So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Jesus said this in Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. If you are an empath, you understand this verse so well. You tend to treat people how you want them to treat you. God has gifted you with a natural tender heart, filled with compassion and kindness, and you feel other people's emotions. People come to you because you extend your hand of help when you can. Lately, I've had conversations with people who are empaths, who've been frustrated in their relationships. I've learned from speaking with them that their biggest struggle is they feel they don't receive in return what they give to others. If this is you, I want to encourage you to create balance within your empathy so that you don't get burned out, taken advantage of, or become frustrated or hardened because of being let down. Here are a few thoughts to keep in mind and hopefully strengthen you today. First, your giving never goes unnoticed by God. Sometimes we expect to reap where we sow. We expect the people we pour into to pour back into us. In some circumstances, this is true depending on the relationship. But the fact is, sometimes you're going to pour yourself in a way that's going to uplift and make someone's life better, but you may not reap from that person because God is the one that is holding your blessing. Matthew chapter 6, verse 20 says, store up your treasures in heaven. When you demonstrate God's love by serving his people, you set up eternal blessings where no one can steal it or nothing can destroy it. God sees your good work and will give you his stamp of approval saying, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Second, be balanced in your empathy by learning to set boundaries and when to say no. Be sensitive to God when he wants to use you specifically to bless and love on someone, and be obedient to his instructions. However, you must know what your limitations are and work not to surpass those so you don't experience compassion fatigue and burnout. The empathy in you will want to say yes every time. You may even feel guilty about saying no, but understand as a human, you aren't in a position to meet everyone's needs all the time. So use wisdom and discernment to determine when it's time to serve and say yes, and when it's time to say no or wait and be still. Thirdly, this is my last thought for my empaths who may be at the point of burnout, compassion fatigue, or feeling overwhelmed because you don't feel like you're receiving back what you've given to others. I want you to be encouraged. You were built the way you are because this was the Lord's will for you in this manner. You have this heart because that's how he shaped you and he makes no mistakes.